Scott County, providing safe, healthy, and livable communities. Welcome to the Scott County's Child Care Licensing Online Information Session, which has been developed for those of you who are considering a career as a licensed in-home child care provider. There are 7 short modules that you will need to watch. The information presented in each of the modules is information that we are confident will help answer questions that you may have. The information will also help you decide if this profession would be a good fit for you. You must watch all 7 modules in order to complete the information session. In each module, one screen will be dedicated to a code word. You will need to keep track of these code words, as they will be important once you have watched all 7 modules.
Let's get started on Module 2.
The second code word is county.
Why do you need to be licensed? You need to be licensed because it's the law. Minnesota Statute 245A.03 states that you must be licensed in the state of Minnesota if you would like to care for children in your home. Under this statute, there are some exemptions. Exemptions mean that you can provide care in the following situations without being licensed. The exemptions are as follows. Number 1, if you are caring for relatives' children, you would not need to be licensed. Relative is defined as children, stepchildren, grandchildren, step-grandchildren, nieces, and nephews. Cousins are not considered related in this definition. Second option, if you are caring for children from one unrelated family, you would not need to be licensed. Third exception, if you noticed above, after relatives in exemption number 1, it says and/or. This exemption allows you to care for relatives' children and children from one unrelated family and not to be licensed. The above exemptions are referred to as providing legally unlicensed care. Until you are licensed, you must operate under these exemptions. If you are currently caring for more than relatives' children and/or one unrelated family, you need to terminate families and operate under the above exemptions. If Scott County is notified that you are operating an illegal child care by caring for more than the allowed under the exemptions above, they will call your local law enforcement agency, which could result in a citation, a fine, or even jail time. As mentioned, it is the law that people caring for children must be licensed unless they meet the exemptions. The following are rules and statutes that licensed child care providers must comply with. 9502 subparts .0300 to 0445. That sets licensing standards for in-home child care for the protection, proper care, health, safety, and development of children enrolled. 245A is the Human Services Licensing Act, and it defines the application process, sanctions, due process, training requirements, and more. 245C is the Human Services Background Study Statute, and it pertains to background studies and disqualifications for applicants, license holders, and subjects affiliated with child care programs. Chapter 13 defines data that is public, non-public, or private, and guides the handling of such data. 626.556 defines abuse and neglect, specifies reporting responsibilities and investigation processes. 144.414 covers prohibitions in child care settings. That relates specifically to smoking is not allowed in a daycare home. And then the last one is fire marshal, which governs fire safety in a licensed child care home. Scott County will include the links to these rules and statutes when you finish the modules and request the application packet. You will need to read them as they are your job description, and you will be operating your program in compliance with them, so you need to understand them. This ends Module 2. Thank you for your time.